guys, welcome back to another pickups video. In the last 90 days, I managed to get my hands on a bunch of sealed games, so let's take a look at around 80 games. Firstly, I want to clarify that 90% of these games are still sealed and that most of them I've never played, so I'm just gonna show you a little footage of all of them captured later. So, without further ado, let's start with the PC games. If I recall correctly, Championship Manager 4 was the fastest selling PC game of all time in the UK, and the first in the series to include a graphical 2D match engine back in 2003. Also from 2003 comes Lara Croft Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness, the sixth Tomb Raider game and the first venture on the PS2. It suffered a couple of delays and was criticized for its many bugs and poor gameplay. Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator World War II Europe series, published by this Portuguese retailer Echo Films within its own budget line named Top Games. It's the first combat flight simulator from Microsoft, based in the highly popular Flight Simulator franchise. I really love these games! Pro Rally 2001 was from Ubisoft, I believe. Yes, from Ubisoft. Was the real contender of Colin McRae 2. And this precise version could really triumph here in Portugal, cause it's in Portuguese with a Portuguese co-driver and supported by Adruzilo Lopes, a Portuguese rally driver. Rally Championship Extreme was the sixth title from the Rally Championship franchise that had its debut around 1988. This one was published in 2001 by Actualize and developed by Warthog that a year later would also release Rally Championship for the PS2 and GameCube, the last one of this franchise. In 2004, Warthog gathered all their knowledge and developed Richard Burns Rally that is still considered by many the best rally simulator ever made. As you know, the reboot of Tomb Raider just blew my mind. Loved it on the Xbox 360 and had to grab also the PC version, cause I'm a huge fan of PC games and that's where all the graphical beauty resides. Never played any game from the Kane and Lynch franchise. The only two games from the Kane and Lynch franchise. This is the second one, Dog Days, and I'm curious to know if it is any good. I really don't know anything about it, and I guess that I will only play it after I grab the first one. Another one that I really don't know anything about is Resident Evil Revelations. I have so many titles from the Resident Evil franchise yet to play, but I think I can play this one without playing the others, right? Racing Madness 2 includes the Motocross Madness 2 and Midtown Madness 2 games. A couple of racing games that simply blew my mind back when they were released in 2000. Both were a huge multiplayer addiction for me on Microsoft's online servers and over LAN with friends. And Motocross Madness 2 still has a huge legion of fans making tracks for it. Now, for the Wii, I've purchased a small bundle of 3 games, and the first one is FIFA 10, that has absolutely nothing to tell about, except that it's a freaking mess to play it on the Wii, cause I'm so used to the Xbox 360 controller. Wacky Races, Crash and Dash.
There, wacky fans, the racers are under starters.
Cute Game, and Monopoly that my 5-year-old just loves to play. He started playing around with the original board game that my wife kept all these years, and I thought, that it would be nice to have a digital version of it for him to play. For the PS3, I've picked just 4 games that doesn't need any kind of comment. Assassin's Creed, the very first beginning of the franchise. Call of Duty, World at War, another franchise that doesn't need any kind of comment. Call of Duty, Black Ops, the first one, awesome game, love it. And finally, God of War Collection, the remastered in... what? Remastered in high definition. Yeah. Love both games, but never tried this one, the remastered edition. Have to do it. Let's start the PS2 games with a shout out to André Lopes that sent me SEALCOM US Navy SEALs, the very first one that includes the original headset. It was one of the first titles to take full advantage of PS2's online service. André, thanks man, I really appreciate it. And this is an awesome addition to my collection and the SEALCOM game that was missing. Now prepare for an avalanche of sealed PS2 games. Spider-Man 2, that is still labeled at 65 euros. What the hell, man? Play it, pinball. Yeah. Haven, Call of the King.
Forgive me. We are
Armored Core 2, Another Age.
Use their speed. Destroy them before they can escape.
13. Splinter Cell, Platinum Edition. Commandos 2, Man of Courage. Scooby-Doo, Mystery Mayhem.
Don't you guys ever think of anything else?
GT Racers. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 2, awesome game. Super Trucks. Minority Report, Everybody Runs. Gumball 3000. Gravity Games. Bike Street Vert Dirt. Yeah. Crash Twinsanity. Quidditch World Cup from the Harry Potter franchise. Now this is awesome. Sonic Plus Mega Collection. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. What the hell? 50 euros. Yeah. All these games, most of these games were around 4 and 5 euros sealed. Now Shark Tale. 65 euros, yeah.
Looks good with Oscar.
Silent Hill 4, The Room, awesome game. IndyCar Series 2005, the official game from Codemasters. Mission Impossible, Operation Surma. Now, what is this called? Finding Nemo. In Portuguese, A Procura de Nemo. Awesome game for my little one, just loves it. This one is already opened. He's been playing it. Now, Racing Simulator 3. Now, Portal Runner. Do you know it? Now, another Platinum Edition. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance already have this one on the Xbox. Another Platinum Smuggler's Run. This is an awesome game. I've played it when it was released. Awesome game from Rockstar. Now, Airblade. Another Splinter Cell game, Pandora Tomorrow. This one is the second one, I believe. Pandora Tomorrow. I've played it on the PC and finished it back then. Now, an awesome game, surf game, Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer. Yeah. Sub Rebellion from Irem. Do you know it? Irem made this. ESPN Basketball. The Jungle Book. Groove Party.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, whoa, the jungle.
State of Emergency. This one. Yeah, I bought this one from Mike from Game Chest. And now I have the sealed one, so I'm gonna sell the other one. MTV Music Generator 3. Spy Fiction. Looks interesting. Another Platinum game, Oni. Awesome game. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2. This is... or not. From Rainbow... Yes, Rainbow Studios. Yeah, this has to be great. Now, I think this game is a bit underrated. Batman Rise of Shinzu. Have you played it? Another awesome game, Jack 3, with a bonus DVD disc. Yeah. Dynasty Tactics 2. Another Rainbow Studios game, yeah. Star Wars Racer Revenge. And finally, for the PS2, this bundle of a game, Haven Call of the King, that I already have back there, and a compatible PS2 controller. As you can see, completely sealed. Also managed to grab 3 brand new sealed PS1 games, and the first one is ODT Escape or Die Trying that I have already opened. It's a really weird action adventure and RPG type of thing from Psygnosis that I've tried on the PC. It was also released for Windows. Now comes Dreams. This is also known as Dreams to Reality from the French team Cryo that, if I recall correctly, was a really bad game, obscured even. And Planet of the Apes, an action-adventure game based on the movie from 2001, directed by Tim Burton and starred by Mark Wahlberg. It was the first video game based in that movie franchise. I know that there was also a Windows version, but never played any of them, so can't say if it's good or bad. Now, a Xbox 360 game, Project Gotham Racing 3 from Bizarre Creations, that if you've watched my Psygnosis retrospective, you know that Bizarre Creations was known as Raising Hell Software, and that Psygnosis were the ones that gave them their opportunity to triumph in this highly competitive business of video game development. For the original Xbox, I also grabbed a few sealed games that I will try later, like for instance Splinter Cell, the first one that I've already finished on the PC back when it was released, and this is the classics version, the awful classics version. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, this is an awesome game. True Crime, Streets of LA, awesome game, I love this game. Much more, I believe, than the New York stuff. Tony Hawk's Underground. I've never played this one, but I believe that it's... I've heard that it's good. Turok Evolution from Acclaim. This has to be one of the last Acclaim games. LMA Manager 2003. I don't know anything about it. About the franchise. Pro Evolution Soccer 4. Yeah, completely sealed. And they were asking back then for 65 euros for this. Jesus. Halo Combat Evolved. Well, this is less expensive than the last one, 45 euros only. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. And now this is an awesome edition. I was looking for this one for a while. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. Yeah. Now for the Dreamcast. Two brand new sealed games that I've never played. The first one is Red Dog. Yeah, Red Dog. Superior Firepower. And Buggy Heat. I'm really curious about this one. It looks awesome, yeah. For the Commodore Amiga, I've purchased two games from Tiago Epifanio. Thanks, man. So the first one is Putty, yeah, from System 3 Software. That is one of the last surviving British publishers that's been around since 1982, I believe. Incredible stuff. And the other one is Populous 2, Trials of the Olympian Gods from Bullfrog, and was created by Peter Molyneux. Don't know if it's the correct way to pronounce it. I've played the first one a lot more, and it was where the God game subgenre started back in 1989. I played a lot back then, both of these games, but the pirated ones, obviously. To conclude, Push Start magazine continues to evolve, and graphically it's getting better and better. Here's the last two editions, and I really love the new logo design. Can really stand out on the cover. Good job, guys, looking forward to the next one. I'm also celebrating the 2nd anniversary of It's a Pixel Thing. Despite having created the channel in August of 2013, I only started to make this weekly episodic format in the 31st of May of 2014. So I want to thank every single one of you for all the support during these last 2 years. It's been an awesome ride, and I can't thank you enough. So guys, place your thoughts below and stay tuned for my next episodes. Meanwhile, check my latest ZX Spectrum memories and my review of Turrican 2, The Final Fight, that is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week.